Yo, welcome back. This is Stu42 with another Minecraft video. So last time we set all the stuff up for automation, our industrious and our imperial bees. One of the things that I forgot to mention last time around, however, is these filters have to have ignore MBT on, otherwise the princesses and some of the drones don't seem to go back through properly, but these have been fine. With that on, they haven't messed anything up. They've only had Imperials go to Imperial and Industrious go to Industrious. Down here, we have, we got some Industrious that have come down here. Again, this filter has to have Ignore MBT turned on. Well, Ignore MBT turned on or off. It needs to have the red line to it anyway to ignore MBT. These ones here, got a bunch of royal jelly for nearly 5 stacks. This one's 4 stacks and a little bit. That should be enough for what we need today. So today what I want to do is actually get to making the Alveary. And what I'm going to do that is we'll set up another little thing over here because we're going to need... Yeah, look at that. We've got quite a bit of honey and some honeydew as well. Both of these will be useful to us. I think we can use honeydew as well. Let's hit U. Other than making glistening melons, industrial squeezer. Yeah, so we can just put them in the squeezer for honey or a... Oh, you can make short meat out of it. Okay, so we get 100 millibuckets for that squeezer. I'm not sure what the difference is with the industrial squeezer. I think that is just the big multi-block from immersive engineering. We only need the little basic squeezer here. So I'm going to have to go and make a couple of things. So we're going to need ourselves a squeezer and another carpenter. Actually, let's just have a look. Do I have any sturdies? I have 2. Haha. Awesome. Alright, so I don't need to run anywhere. I can just do this right now. So the squeezer has tin. So let's let's grab tin and some glass. That's the squeezer. And the carpenter, where are we? There we are. Has bronze. Cool. So easy to throw some bronze down, and then we have a carpenter. Cool, now we're going to need a bunch of conduits, so we're going to need some, that's empty flux duct, we're going to need some fluid duct, let's just grab those, we're going to need some full energy, yeah, we'll just grab all of them, why not, and potentially some item ducts as well, so let's grab a stack of those. We're going to need some servos, let's grab some of them. We're potentially going to need some filters as well. So I've got a lot of this stuff in that. Mine is to like go back. So I'm going to do it. So I've got a lot of the stuff already. And now we just need to decide where we're going to put it. Now there should be, yes, just under there. Now I might put this here instead. This is very handy, very, very handy. So we're going to have the squeezer there, and the carpenter there. And we're going to get our, oops, we need to put one there. Can I get... that's not going to work. Cool. Awesome. So now we're going to need our, what was it? Not the item ducts, the fluid ducts. So there's going to have to be a fluid duct going to there. We're going to have an item duct from there to there to there. We're going to have a filter. Oops. No, where's the filter? Filter there. We're going to set it to whitelist. And we're going to have... Oops, I don't need any of those. I need honey. There we go. So we're going to have honeydew and honey drop. That way, when we have the sit here, actually, you know what we can do? We don't even need that. That'll save ourselves a filter, actually. We can have this export. Yeah, okay. This will be better. So we can have this set to only take out honeydew and honey drops. We can set stack size extracted. That's pretty interesting. It's pretty loud as well. So we can get it to basically go a bit slower. Now hopefully if I do this lower, it'll alternate between the two. I may do one of that and then one of that and then one of that and one of that. Interesting to see. Nearest first, furthest first. And random, round robin. That's cool. I never even noticed those before. So up here, you remember we had this problem where we needed this fast one in order to fill them all up. What we could have done is we could have just set this to be round robin, and then it would have evenly filled them all. In fact, I'm going to leave that round robin. Well, learning stuff as I go along the way. Cool. So now we just need to basically make that redstone ignored. Now we should see. No, it's not going to round robin. But we can force it by going like this. Because it's going to just do honey first. Let's just put the honey there. There we go. And now it's filling up with honeydew as well. Although it's never actually going to get to finish. I've just realised it's never going to ever finish that honey because it's just going to keep filling it back up again. So I didn't want to. I'm going to keep some of this honey out just because. Keep 2 stacks out. I mean, eventually we'll get more honey in here. It's going to keep putting more honey through. So it's not a massive issue. Let's just turn that off so we can get some honey through the carpenter. Now this is where we need our pollen and stuff. So if we get pollen and royal jelly, we have pollen down there, royal jelly at the top. We need wax as well. So let's grab 2 stacks of wax. And then I'm pretty sure it's just wood planks for the rest of it. Where are we? Planks. Okay, middle click. We're going to need a ton of it, so let's just make a ton, and that should start popping through in a sec. Come on. Right. See, this is interesting. This has been happening to my applied energetics system every so often. It sort of fails. Let's run through and see what's happening. Because it should be up here. And it potentially is a chunk loading error. One of the things we found is in this here where we've got this thing, and I've chosen to chunk load these red areas, it kind of works. It seems to be that it doesn't always work. See, now that we're over here, it's working just fine. So it's like it's kind of works until we're over here. I've still got those other chunk loaders in place. So what I could probably do is grab some of those. Just throw these in here. Now they're going to get dragged out by those loaders. They've already got stuff in them. Oh, weird. Very, very weird. And while we're up here, wow, that could have been embarrassing, jumping back down the hole with no power. Okay, let's just grab a quick bit of power. See how our planks are doing. Cool. We're going to need 3 of those. I might just leave my honey in the system. Grab that. And then this should be what we need to make our scented paneling. Alrighty, so Yep, there we go. So I've put one stack of each thing. So we've got a stack of pollen, a stack of royal jelly, 2 stacks of wax, and then 3 of jungle wood. So I'm going to run away and make these. We're going to need something like 216 of these things, which is basically 3 stacks of pollen plus an extra 24. And given that we've got heaps. So we've got enough to make 1 alveary. So I'm going to make these scented panelings. Once we come back, we'll need to... Well, we now need to make some impregnated casings as well with some seed oil. So that will be, well, I might just repurpose that one quickly for some casings. Either that, or I could probably put another one off the side. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I could probably use that one. So yeah, I'll be back. We'll make a whole ton of these. We'll be able to make a ton of alveary box. We're going to need 27 of these all up. As you can see, if we go to the hatchery, which is really the one that we want, it's just an alveary block anyway, with some electron tube and some glass. So you'll find that all of the other alveary blocks actually start with an alveary to begin with. So, the stabilizer starts with an alveary block and some quartz. The lighting, we may actually put some lighting in there. Transmission, I think that's for power. Yeah, I've never really used a lot of the other ones, so we might need to use some of these extra blocks as a fan, a heater. I know that most of these things are for bees that require different environments. So, I wonder which one's the one that you put the bee frames into now. Oops. Frame chest. So there are the frames. Oh, there we go. Frame housing. So yep, there is a frame housing there that you can use. It just doesn't have the word alveary in it. So you're probably better off just looking for extra bees. Yeah, and there's the mutator so that we can do mutating blocks. Frame housing, rain shield, lighting, electrical stimulator. Interesting. I wonder what that is. Maybe some specific bees need that. Alright, so I'm going to be back. I will see you once we've made a ton more of these, and we'll get to making our alveary. See you in a bit. Okie dokie, that actually took a little bit longer than I was expecting, just because I actually ran out of honey. I do have a little bit left over, but I've made my 27 alvearies 27 alveary blocks that we need. So for the first bit, we're just going to need one of these, some panes of glass, and I do have some made. Excellent. Cool. So grab the hatchery. Now I'm not sure what we have to do with the hatchery. This is going to be my first time doing this. Where are we going to put it is the next thing. You know what? Because it's got to be... We're going to need some sun for this one, I think. So we might just put this one out. Out and about. Let's just eat something quickly. Alrighty, so if we put this maybe there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll put the hatchery there. Oh, right, okay, so cool. Now, this is how you used to make them anyway, so we'll see how we go. Will it form? Come on. Yeah, cool. Awesome, so it's formed an alveary just fine. We can still access the hatchery just fine. Now we're going to need some bees. Now, I really wanted to get... Oh, not those guys. Balance. These guys. I really wanted to get a rocky larvae out of it, so let's see if we can't do that. Cool, I'm just making sure these run. So they've started, we've got the little sparkles coming out the top. Cool, so they're running. Alright, I'm going to leave this running. I'll come back and hopefully we'll end up with something in that hatchery. I'm not sure if we can have multiple hatcheries or not. You know, I might make another hatchery block just to see if we can get a better chance, because I think it's only a chance that you get a larvae out of it. The other thing that we might do at some point is, I found that these electrical stimulators, now this is actually what you need now. Instead of frames in the alveary, you can put electron tubes in there and the tubes do different things. So some of them will give you better production, some of them will give you, bigger area, better pollination, a smaller lifespan, a longer lifespan. I think there's even one for extra mutation factor as well. So we may end up making some of those. They need to be supplied with power though, and the Alveary transmission is a block that basically, as long as one of these is in the Alveary, it'll supply power to any other block that needs power, like the electrical stimulator, or I think the lighting needs it, as well as they can still do frame housings as well. As well as there's another block as well that needs it, the hygo regulator, or the fan, I think, as well also needs it. So I'll be back in just a moment. Hopefully we will get... Oh, ha! Well, look at that. We have a rocky larvae already. That's pretty funky. Alright, well I guess I'm not going anywhere. Cool, so now down here we have an inoculator. Now, I'm probably going to have to do this in a different episode because it was a bit of a mission getting all of this set up. So I'm going to do a whole bunch of setup for that in another episode, just so that we can divide this up a bit, because I have a feeling that once I start down that inoculation path, it's going to be pretty long in terms of where we get to, and I really want to keep this episode to be relatively short. So that said, this is probably where I'm going to end this episode. That was pretty fast to get a larvae out of it. I really wasn't expecting that to happen that quickly, but there we have it. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and that is the end of this episode. See you next time.